Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Strong Collectors Podcast. I'm your host, Dakota, here with my co-host, Jordan. And today we're going to be covering new leaks, but I will give the caveat. Usually we say, take this with a grain of salt. It's never for sure. This one is my least sure leaks that we've covered, but
more of a part of a spoon of salt, perhaps, maybe.
Right, yeah, a healthy dose for sure, because
Healthy dose.
some of the leaks, so we saw this before the newest Spider-Verse wave was announced, and that's on this list, except that wave is kind of not accurate to what was shown. So maybe these are going to be put out separately or in a different capacity. Or maybe this is a whole completely different wave that's going to be down the road, but I don't think so. So I don't know. We'll get into it.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely this one is I'm not confident in. So when these don't come to fruition, don't come crying to us. But when they do,
we love to speculate, Dakota. So
exactly. And there's some on this list that people have said that they're excited for, and there's some that I would like to see as well. So we've got 3 different waves here. We're going to start with Across the Spiderverse. And like I said, I don't know if this is related to the wave that was just announced, which if you want to pre-order those, I'll have those links on the community page. Those will be out by now already. Or maybe this is in conjunction with the new movie, and it's because it says this is coming out February 2025. So this is way down the road. I guess not way down the road, but like 6, 7, 8 months, something like that. Whatever math is.
Time is actually an illusion, Dakota. So
right. So we've got a Miles Morales casual, which we've gotten in that very first movie where he kind of had like the hoodie. Maybe that is going to be similar to that, but anyway, Miles Morales, it's designated as casual. We've got Gwen Stacy. I would assume that's going to be in the spider costume, but also we've gotten several of those already, so maybe that would also be more street clothes.
But I don't know if we've gotten her street clothes yet, have we?
Right.
I don't think so.
That's where I'm thinking maybe this would be more like maybe in her like band outfit. But it doesn't say casual, so we're not sure. Spider-Man and Mayday, which we haven't had a Mayday like from the Spider-Verse yet. Spider-Man India, which we just saw in the newest wave, so I would assume he's going to continue in with the part 2, so maybe he gets a slightly different look there or something.
Oh, okay.
Spider-Man Unlimited, so this is from, I would assume, the leaks, or not the leaks, but the teaser that they showed at SDCC. I'm darn it, I would have really wanted this to be a like retro card or just I don't really love the look of the Spider-Verse figures, so I'm gonna be bummed if this one's real. That's why I'm hoping this isn't real, but there it is. And then also a Spectacular Spider-Man, so that's 2 different cartoons there, those last 2, so maybe they would do them in their universe accurate looks versus the Spider-Verse looks. I don't know.
Hard to say.
Yeah, I don't know. You don't really do a ton of the Spider-Verse stuff, do you, Jordan?
I really don't. I mean, I like the style for the movie, of course. I don't necessarily love the figures. It's just not really my thing. But I think it's cool they're making them. But yeah, I agree with you. There's a lot of figures I'd rather see them in like regular style, like a Spider-Man Unlimited would be very cool as just a regular, normal legend. So I'm also hoping that that's how it comes out, because I don't know. It's like almost what you'd want again, but maybe
right.
Not
I think I personally would want most of these figures if they were like regular comic versions. Like I would like a new Miles Morales, like Spider-Man, not casual. I could use a Gwen Stacy Spider or like Ghost Spider, Spider-Man and Mayday. I mean, I could use a like Mayday Spider-Girl. Spider-Man India would be cool. Spider-Man Unlimited, 100%. That's like probably my most wanted Spider-Man. Spectacular Spider-Man, I could probably take or leave, but that was a cool cartoon.
It was.
Getting into the next batch, this I'm assuming is going to be a Spider-Man retro card wave, which we can do kind of our prediction for what we think in the future, what we could do, because there's still lots of Spider-Man characters that they could do. But this one says that it's going to be coming in March of 2025, and that is going to be a Spider-Man, and this says Bug Eyes armor. So I'll put a picture up on screen of what some folks were speculating that looks like. It's kind of the like, it's like the silver and green with the kind of like metal, kind of more spider eyes, where it's got like the multiple eyes on it.
Okay.
Again, that could mean a few different things. I don't know if you have thought of anything that could be, Jordan.
No, I mean no. There's really nothing that comes to mind. 'Cause they already did the armored spider
Right.
look. So I'm not. I mean, I no, because they've done that one. I was gonna do the end of days one, but they've already done that too. So yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay. Next is a Spider Boy, which again goes back to the teases from San Diego Comic-Con. So having those two, like the Spider-Man Unlimited and the Spider Boy, on this list kind of makes me think this is possible, but not. I don't know. It's hard to tell. So, then we've got an Arachnoman, which I don't know if you know anything about Arachnoman, Jordan. I had to look him up beforehand. He kind of looks. I'd have to watch The Boys again, but it kind of looks like that Spider-Man like ripoff, where he's kind of like in a green and yellow suit. Definitely, it seems like, again, I haven't read the stories, but it looks like some kid inspired by Spider-Man makes an Arachnoman costume.
Okay.
Then we've got a Princess Python, which makes sense if we're going to be seeing Serpent Society in Captain America: Brave New World. Makes sense to kind of round out the Serpent Society. It seems like a pretty easy character to do, just kind of like scaly legs, and then maybe it would come with like a big snake or something, because I've seen some like comic art where she's got like a big kind of like a, what is that, Nagini from Harry Potter.
Ah, yes. Perhaps.
And then a Slide, which again, we're kind of getting into these like deep cut Spider-Man type characters. This one kind of looks, I don't know, like just like a plain black suit. It's got like a kind of a man purse satchel, but not even, looks like, it's like a, almost like a old phone case on his like chest. And then some like goggles, but I don't know, I'm sure it's going to be super easy because it's just a black body with like a couple pieces of hardly sculpted anything on there.
Right.
Then the last one on that list is a Hypno Hustler.
Oh, sign me up for that.
I've never heard of Hypno Hustler, but that's a great name.
The Hypno Hustler, Dakota.
I got a couple of alliterations here with Hypno Hustler and Princess Python. Big fan of that. But yeah, this colorful character.
Bringing out those vocab terms.
Right, yeah. That's like anytime I'm thinking of like starting
Next
a business.
Next episode, Dakota will be explaining the difference between a metaphor and a simile.
Yes. So yeah, I don't know. This guy's, it looks a little bit more unique than Slide, but
yeah,
at the same time, it's one of those characters that how many people are really trying to be adding this to their collection. I kind of don't see this wave flying off the shelves. Because even Spider Boy, like that's a somewhat new character, but is it like a crazy popular character?
Yeah, you almost would need some to make it seem more real to me. You need a couple more heavy hitters, unless it's like incomplete or something. But
I mean, unless maybe this is gonna be like a crazy Build-A-Figure wave, and it comes with Man Spider. Whoa, people go nuts for that.
Don't speak that over my life, Dakota.
Dwight was saying he's working on, or he's got something cooking.
Dude,
that's the best thing he's worked on in the last 5 years.
Oh, so help me. It better be. I hope it's a good wave. Yeah, if that's what's happening. But we can talk about that.
Then the last of the three is going to be an X-Men film legacy. So it doesn't say whether this is Fox or if this is like the original like Hugh Jackman X-Men, or if this is kind of like that X-Men First Class type X-Men. But we do have a Wolverine, so I would assume that's going to be kind of like X-Men 1 black leather Hugh Jackman. Cyclops, I would assume, and similar look. Phoenix could go either way. I don't know. What do you think that would be? Would that be just like a redo of the
The
Blob
Toy
Wave one?
Biz. Yeah, that's my first thought. I don't really think Phoenix in that awful other movie they did had
Right.
much of an iconic Phoenix look.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I kind of agree.
gosh,
Next one is Nightcrawler, though. So that one,
he was
yeah,
cool in the X2. I think that'd
X2
be
was cool,
X2.
but that's kind of like a lot of soft. That's like baggy soft goods, though, right? Or like I don't know, baggy soft clothes is what I mean on a person, but
Yeah, I
like as an action figure, that
don't.
seems like that would be
I
kind of
got a
hard to
new
translate.
soft goods T-shirt today.
So that's where I kind of like maybe that would be more of the Nightcrawler from the newer stuff because he's I don't know. It's probably going to be X2 though. I just am curious how they're going to be able to pull that off.
Just need Dakota goes to his doctor and he's like, Doc, I'm having a hard time with my butterfly joint over here. And he's like, that's your shoulder, Dakota. He's like, that's right. Yeah.
I'm pinless. I don't feel pinless though.
everything Dakota says is now in relation to action figures. All right, continue.
And then the last one on the list is Beast. So,
My first thought was the X3, but I mean, I think Beast was involved enough in the other X-Men movies that I could see
right.
him being the
Mm-hmm.
one.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, and then I also
maybe.
missed Storm on there too.
I'd almost think they'd want to keep it all the first three
Yeah.
at that
I think
point.
you're probably right.
And I have
Yeah.
no doubt they would do that now to put those looks out. I think that makes perfect sense. So
I know there's definitely like from our X-Men or from our Wolverine speculation episode, there was multiple people saying that they wanted Wolverine in that like first X-Men look with the black leather. And yeah, I think that X2 Nightcrawler is probably everybody's favorite interpretation of him. So yeah, I think that would be cool. Storm, you could just give some different head swaps because she kind of has different hair in each movie, but that wouldn't be too hard to do, like a long hair and a short haired Storm. Beast, I mean, the Beast from early Hasbro wasn't too bad, but definitely compared to today's Marvel Legends, could use a upgrade.
I'd agree.
All right, so that is all of the figures on this leaks list. We don't know when the X-Men Film Legacy ones are going to be releasing. Like I said, though, take this with a grain of salt. This is all from sergiothecollector. This was on Instagram, so maybe check him out for some leaks now. Maybe he's going to be getting some more of those. But let us know on this list if these were to come true. Which are your favorites? What are you excited to pick up? Make sure you're liking, sharing, and subscribing. And until next time, stay strong.